Hi, today we're gonna make the half and half heart. It's really fun, and it's a lot of learning blending. And the only thing I don't like about this painting is it has black in it. And when they make black paint, they put so much pigment in that clear gel. So you gotta use black, and she'll cover all of your other colors. So although black is so dramatic and everything, but we want to keep the darkest there. And then can't have that much on your paintbrush, so then you kind of wipe the black off and then do the next step. So there's only a little bit of black in your paintbrush, or she'll climb right over all your other colors, and then you'll be like, what happened? Okay, that's my warning out loud. We'll get to that part, and as soon as you see it, you'll be like, that's the thing she was warning about. I'll say it again though. Okay, so I have a little cardboard heart. No, it's a poster board or cardstock, because it's so stiffer, easier to trace. And just make sure you fold it in half. And then when you cut it out, then both sides matchy. Okay, I always forget that, and then I have a funky side. So I put it, and I just tilted it like this. So the dent of the heart, I don't know what this part is called, the cleavage of the heart. Okay, I put that, where it comes together. And I go, boing. Well, that faces the corner, and that pointy part faces that corner. There. And then I just traced it in pencil, and I just made curvy line to that corner, curvy line to that corner. That's all. Not very hard. And then if you mess up your heart, you can always, because I think this, I kind of messed it up, huh? Pointier right there. But well, I could do that with paint. Okay, so the two colors we have is black, red, and white. And I'm going to use a big fluffy paint. She's still round. I like round paintbrushes. And we outline stuff using the tip of the paintbrush, very pointy, right? But when we blend, we tend to use the soft side of our paintbrush, this flat, so you can feel it. It's smooth. It's smoother. Then this going like this and trying to blend, really good. You have to push so hard, and it kind of scratches the paint off. So when we're trying to make two colors come together like this, and it looks like a flag, like bonk. No, you want to where two colors come together and they make a new color. So we do that with almost no paint. So they can sneak up on each other and make something new. But we just go like that. And then I use the side, so she's smoother and buttery. Like that. Okay, so let's do the red side first. And we go from the furthest up, right? So we'll do this red side first, then the gray side, then the heart, which is both red, black, and white. But we have to be gentle with the black, right? Gentle, gentle. Not very much. So we could just get a lot of red, because this whole side could be red. Stop it! Get a disgusting red on your paintbrush. And how do we outline with paint? You get a big blob of it, and then you go smash, and you smash your paintbrush, and it opens like that. But then you let that one hair sneak up and touch the pencil, and then you push your paint, and a thick bead of paint comes popping out the side. Want to see? I'll do it close. So I go smash, oh, right? I'm gonna sneak up to that pencil, touching, and I push. Look at that thick bead of paint. Do you see it? Do I pick up my paintbrush? Do I wiggle? Oh, well, I'm running out of paint. But there's paint on the other side of my paintbrush. Flip. There. Whoosh. Noise. And then I push up this way. There. And then to the corner. Just a swoop. There. Okay. Now we're going to get red and just paint it to about halfway along the thing. Just about to here, like that. And then we just fill it in with the side of our paintbrush. And as soon as it acts dry like that, get more paint. Step. And then look so much prettier and thicker and smoother. It's a party. too dry. You hear that? It's down your paint. Ooh, now it's a buttery and thick and a deeper, richer color. Keep getting more because it doesn't last as long as you think it'd be when you get a huge glob, but you can always get more. There. And you just get it wet. Oh, I'm going to go too fast, by the way. Hey, it looks kind of cool. Looks like a phoenix. Okay, anyway. Because when we paint, I paint too fast when I'm on camera. Because there's no, usually when I'm with students, I'm watching them and they tell me how fast to go. Plus the clock. But we don't have any students. So I'm done, so I assume you're done. So you're going to have to push pause. Apologies, but you're not here. Otherwise, I would just stop whenever you needed me to. And now I'm just going to smooth down my paint using the side of my paintbrush. And you'll notice it has a scribbly texture, but then you just go over it with no paint on your paintbrush and gently float on top, and it makes oh, look at this. A smoother texture. We could ride the roller coaster. Whee! Then the row after that, behind that. Just smoothing. Whee! Just parallel to that line. It's just, I got it wet with the paint first. Now I'm smoothing. Smoothing. So pretty. Looks a little stripy, but we're going to add a white. So I'm going to clean my paintbrush now. Because I want to get some white. There's too much red in my paintbrush. It'll just make a disgusting mess. So I just get my paintbrush and squeeze. Oops. Squeeze the oh. Still too much in there. It wants to look like powder. Oh, that's better. Right, a powdery texture. There. It still looks red, but not enough to hurt my white. So, but when I get my white, I just get it from the side, you know, so I don't run all the white, because I just go scoopy. A big scoop of it, right? And I'm going to drop this near my heart, but not touching my heart. And you want to get all the, and if you have to get a little scoopy. There. That's pretty. Look at the stripes. Inside that, I just like texture and color. So I see the stripes of the two colors not quite mixed together. So there's white parts, dark parts, medium parts. I love it. Okay, now we're going to really smush it in and kind of sneak closer to our heart. And it's going to turn like a lighter, not quite pink, because this isn't in the pink family, red, but it'll be a lighter red. And we go, oops, smash, ride the roller coaster. Oh, let me go closer even to the heart. I think I just covered up the heart a little bit. Okay, now watch these cool little stripes. So now I'm going to try, oh, you do that. Go ahead. I'm rushing. Still looks like a Coolio Phoenix. Okay, now I'm going to try to run out of white paint. So I only get the paint that's on my paintbrush and this white that's on the end. So I land on half of it. I'm going to push it down. I'm just riding the edge, and I'm going to run out of white paint eventually, and I don't care. Because this will be my bright area, and by the time I run out of white, it'll be dark red. And then the next row has even less red. And I just go on half of the line that I did last, and I'm running out of white. And then I'm running out of white. And then I'm running out of white. And then I can't go any higher, so I'm running out of white, running out of white, running out of white, running out of white. Look at, it's running out, running out, running out, running out. I'm totally running out of white. And then it's just red. Yay. And then we don't go back and fixie, because that texture is wicked cool. If you scribble, it'll be that kind of texture. But this texture has a lot of action and interest, okay? So now we're going to get red and mix it with a little black. So we don't want any of the white on there. So we just give it a squeeze. And remember, the more you touch it, I'm going to go back and fix that part. Ooh, that shouldn't be, let me fix that. Let me fix that. You're just making one color red. And let's say you had finished all the way in this dark red. Now you go, let me go fix the white part. You just dropped off a bunch of dark red onto your white. Just give it permission to come out how it comes out. It's pretty. Okay, now I'm going to paint all the way to the edge with the red. Let's just follow that pattern somewhere. Whee! But I'm not, I'm going to end up adding black to this. So first I just drop off the paint because I'm going to go back and smooth it. Remember that? Blah, blah, blah. Dry, more paint. Okay, now that I've put it all on there, right? Look how lumpy and gross it looks, right? But now, side of paintbrush, I'm going to smooth it and ride that roller coaster. Uh-oh, I went inside the white. I better be careful. I'm not doing a cool swervy thing. Okay, and I'm smoothing. Next to that one. Oh, let me back up so you can see. I'm sorry. Smoothing. Then the one behind that. And I smash my paintbrush to a fan. And then corner. Okay, now here's the scary part for me. Blake, I warned you. It makes me nervous because we'll just clean our paintbrush. Otherwise, she'll just keep dropping off more and more black, and it just cover up all the red. So we clean our paintbrush because we're going to glaze them, Blake. And I'm just going to poke it. I'm not going to stab it like when I got the red. I'm just going to poke it like this and a poke. I just got some. I could get a little more, but I don't know that yet. Let me just get some to start. I'm just going to wipe it off on the very, very edge. Get off my paintbrush. See? I made all... That red made it all the way down. Nice. Okay, you know the word parallel, right? Parallel means even if it's curved, you follow that next curve. Then you follow the curve, following and follow it. Then you follow the curve again. And then, okay? So this is a straight back. So we need to make reddish black. So we're just going to moosh this. No. Oh, yeah, we're supposed to get rid of the extra black. I did say that. Get that off. Get that black off. Okay, there. And we're going to mush that black into our red and make a new color. It takes like 4 or 5 times. Smash. Ooh, that's interesting. Smash. Ooh. I'm just letting it be one paintbrush big. And I'm also getting this blackish red inside my paintbrush. But we're only allowing this much and no more. Okay? That's kind of cool, right? Look how black that is. And now you have a whole bunch of blackish red in your paintbrush. I don't think we need that much. This is the moment I was kind of talking about. So let's get some of that out. Give it a squeezy. There. There's still, of course, I just gave it a pinch, but there's still a little bit of black in there because black's, aggressive. So now, what was the texture when we were doing our lines? Let's just go as close to the edge as we can. It's in my paintbrush a little bit. I think it was over, off the page. Then it tucked under, like a little flat S. It has a little action. Where's that black coming from? When I accidentally hit black. It's not on purpose. I just kind of go, whoosh, and then bump, whoops. No, it's not a whoops. It's kind of pretty when it runs out. And then I can go, off the page, and then I go a little lower. Then, whoops, and then I go off the page. But you have to jump off the page right here where there's a straight edge. You jump off, right? Whoop, pretend like the circle continues, and then jump back on. Right, let me go farther. Right? Back here, off, then jump back on. Then off, then jump back on. So what is the black that I'm actually decorating with? Whatever is left on the little edge. And I get permission to run out. And then there's a tiny bit of black, my paintbrush. Now I'm going to go and ride the very edge of that S. I'm going to go closer to the white. Closer to the white. Oh, I'm killing my white. Okay, and then okay, I'm out. I'm out of paint. I don't have any more black, so I need to stop. Okay, there. But look at how many color values of black do I have? Dark, because we dropped it off on the edge. And then I just accidentally like pushed it in. And then it made needle stripes like fire. And those are like smoke. Because I didn't go get more black. It was just that little bit of blackish red. Right? And then I was worried about the texture. Oops, I just touched it with my finger. Oh, see? The last thing I did was I did the... Oh, that's what got me mush it in. We'll just say we meant to do that. What? Like you don't make mistakes. I live on Earth. If you wanted it easier, you should pick a different planet. Okay, there. Oh, it looks kind of pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. What? So cute. Okay. Now we always want at least 3 color values for 3D. Do I have red? Yeah, she's the middle color, right? Medium. Well, then what would be our darkest? Blackish red that we made and then cleaned our paintbrush, right? And then red by herself. Do I have any red by herself? I do. Sweet. And then I made whitish red, and then I ran out of white and then ended up into medium red, right? But this one didn't touch this one. We had that middle world, okay? I don't really want white in my black or black in my white. They're supposed to come to work, and then you make a new world where they touch. But what we did was we sneaked in, and then we sneaked in with almost no paint and let them like, you make something new, like that. Okay, now we clean our paintbrush. I'm not kind of pinching it and rubbing with my fingers because I want it chalk. And black is aggressive. So I'm just going to pinchy scribbly. And the other side is white and black, which makes gray, you know. But that won't hurt nothing. Okay, so we're going to outline it in. What if we grab some of the red over here? Well, it was a while ago, so it's pretty much dry. But if you grab it, it just makes kind of like that little white thing does. It makes these pretty little streaks. So now our paintbrush is a little bit dirty, so you'll be able to see my white. Because when I go to get the white, pook, it won't drop anything inside my white, but it will. The white will come out and make a little bit of pink. Okay, so I get a little scoop of white. Don't even care how much. And now I don't want to do that middly part because, you know, where the hearts touch and right there. I'm going to go above it and go smash. Ooh, look at that blob. I don't even care. Blob. And then sneak down. One hair is touching. I'm just out. Oh, here comes that pink. And then it got dry. I could hear it. So I'm going to get more paint. Push. Well, missed again. You can't even see. So push. And then I am going to probably pick up some red when I go down here. If I pick up too much red, I just give it a wipey. Depends on how thick it was. Okay. And then I can get more white and go back and smooth it just for smoothness. Because once you get it kind of wet with like a slippery road, it's so easy to smooth. And look at that baby pink, this little dirty pink. Okay, now I'm going to try to go down here. If it doesn't look like I'm look at, I have to go next to that little, oops. So with less paint and kind of a pointy little paintbrush, I don't push as hard so my paintbrush doesn't open humongous, right? There. Oh, I grabbed some red, see? Now I'm going to get, and fill it up. I can just, watch, if I go like this, I can fill it up halfway. Remember when we did this with the red side? But we're going to make the long S's again. So I just get a scoop of white. And I just go, wee. More paint. Scoop it like that. And wee. Push. Pull. Push. And I'm riding the roller coaster and being parallel to my heart. If she wants to curve, then all my lines have to curve. I better sneak up to this home. Let me outline this. More paint. Right here, look at all my start and stop marks from my red. Watch. I better get it like this so it's stable. But I just go above it, smash, let one hair erase it like that. I'm over the top of the red by one hair. And then I just don't have to visit that edge again. Okay, but I'm gonna get more white. Woo, over, over, rainbow, then down and slide. Whoosh. So pretty. So pretty, 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 pretty. And I like that little texture that the white gives. You can't barely see it, huh? And where does that red come from? Big glob. Where does that red come from? Because first we put our paint and then we can go back and smooth, right? But I like the lumps because they're going to be very, very white when they dry because there's so much white pigment in them. Okay, now I need to clean my paintbrush because I want to get black. And remember the black. So we're going to put black on the edge and then sneak her closer to that white and make gray. So I just, I get a poke of black and sneak up to how much I need till I have that little stripe of black. Remember? Okay, so I just got to drop off a little string. Whee. Yes, it's because I have experience. I've done it before. I need just the right amount, a little blob on there to get. That's experience right there. I'm proud of that because usually I don't make it. I have to get a little bit more black at the end, but okay. So let me now go back and just for the smoothing part, smoothing. Ooh, it hit a little bit of white. What'd it do? Make gray? But it's going to be the most black. Up, down. Remember this one we made blackish red? It's a little bit of white in our paintbrush, so it's softening the black a little. But now we have, remember when we went on our hair and we were like, whoops, oh yeah. Clean our paintbrush. Remember that? I don't think it's necessary this time. I only have a little bit. See? There's not a blob on there anywhere. It's just a little bit inside my paper, so I think that'll be fine. Okay. So now I'm going to just trace, with my dirty little paintbrush. I want that curvy S shape. So I'm just going to go over, under, over. I just want to see where it lives at. My dirty little paintbrush. Oh. Under. Off the page. Oh, I should have done that for the way. Sorry, try again. Over. I grabbed the black accident because I hit it. And then tuck it in and off. Now let's try behind that one. Whatever's in your paintbrush is fine because where do we actually get the black from? This edge piece. And we just start dragging it around. So I go, woo, fall to the corner. Flunk. And then I come back on, flunk, like a little lumpy lump. I'm making like a little lump, 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 lump. Down here, off the page, off the page. Oh, you can't see it. Off the page, off the page, off the page. And then over, 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 over. There. Now what color is that? A little bit of charcoal. Okay, now we did that for, the paint. Now let's do it for texture. Okay, so let's just try to smooth it. Okay, so corner, fall off the page, jump back on. Fall off the page, fall off the page, jump back on, fall off the page. Just for smoothness. And now I'm gonna sneak into with just what's in my paintbrush and this black. I'm gonna enter the world of white paint. And I'm smash that paint in. Ooh, and I'm gonna get this cool little stripe. Ooh. Oops. And what are we doing? Making medium world? I don't need to go all the way near the heart because it's nice and bright there. But look at the cool stripes we're getting. On the white, then the black, then the white, then the white, then the black, then the white. And you accidentally pick up a piece of black from the edge. S. Parallel to the heart. Parallel. Like that. That looks good, right? Neat. Wow. So good. Oh! What is this up here? Dirty little paintbrush. And then I get a little bit more white, and I'm going to have to go, because look at how the stripes come. They're falling down, down, down. But you don't want to paint down because you'll go right into the red. But instead, land and go off the page, land. You know why? Because you can land perfectly. Because you have a human hand. When we write letters, we can write them perfectly. And then we'll outline this little outline with black later, with our tinier paintbrush. Sweet. So it's half and half, huh? Okay, so now we're going to clean our paintbrush off. Because the heart is all red with black in it and then a little white highlights. So squeeze your paintbrush out. And it looks crazy, but we just need to outline the heart because look at those oopsies. We're going to put the heart right on top of the background. So the heart's on top of the background, right? So I get a lump of red. Why? So it'll be so thick that paint will squish out the top of the paintbrush and make a perfectly smooth line. So I land in the heart, and then smash and sneak up and push my paint. Oh, look at that giant lump that I dropped off. You see how thick that is? I get it. That was very thick. It came falling out of my paintbrush. There, but I got a smooth edge. And now we get to do on the white side. It might make a little bit of pink, and we totally don't care. So cute. For smoothness. First for dropping off the paint and trying to get a smooth edge. And then drive your car over the wet paint again. For smoothiness. And then we keep going parallel and parallel to that line. So we just go wee, and wee, then wee, and wee, and wee, and wee. See. Well, I ran out of paint. That's okay. I'll get more. So see. Oh, more paint. See? It's deceiving with how much paint you need because I want it to be dark red. See? Why? Because the texture is like a half a S, remember? And then we do the other side, and she's also going backwards, like a backwards C, and then she gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until she's nothing. Now I go back for smoothness, because it looks all lumpy and weird. But now I could go around and do a smaller heart inside of that and a smaller heart. I don't know, what do you want to do? Let's try this, just for funsies, because look at all those lumps. I can go, I'm never going to touch this edge again because I already like it. But I'm smoothing my paint. And then I go inside that heart. Hey, this is how we did the red and the white. And look at it smoother. And I'm making a baby heart. And then a baby heart. And then a baby heart. And then a baby heart. Look. That's cuter than just C's. Right? Do you do it again? No problem. But don't do the edge, because at the very edge, we already like how it came out, so we just don't even bother visiting it. And then, we're just playing with the same red paint. And then if you want it thicker or more red, do that. And the softer you do it, the more likely you are not to wipe the paint off, because pushing hard and doing the smoothing thing kind of scratches the paint off. Okay, now we're going to put a little bit of black. I know, it's scary. Because we like blackish red. It was pretty, huh? But too much. We'll have a black heart. But how many color values for 3D? 3. So blackish red, a little bit of white highlights. So it's the only way to get 3D when red is our medium. So we don't have to clean our paintbrush off, but get a teeny tiny little bit of black. So, and then we'll push it around. Okay, so. And we just go book. And that's all. We can get speck more if we need it, but you can't get less. So we're just going to drop it off in her little heart humps. We just go hello, and then hello, and then in a little V. And that's all she gets. No more for you. But there's more black on my paintbrush. No. None for you. But I have seen people get teeny tiny microscopic specks and then like, mine doesn't do nothing. Like, well, you have to put a little something, something. Right? Okay, now we can get that extra black off. See? Because it'll make it blacker and blacker and blacker. Give it a little squeeze. No paint. Boop. Okay, now we can, and it's okay if there's still some, it's still red. Now we're just going to draw the heart again. We can only stay near the edge, never touching the edge because we already like it. But I just like we were doing, and I just, whoops, I slipped right past it. I kind of dragged it. I don't even care. And then whoops, I slipped right past it. And then maybe touch that one spot one more time. Smush it in a little more. Okay, there. Now clean our paintbrush. Because doing that, didn't you pick up a whole bunch of black paint? I did. Get out. Get out. There. Now, let's let that be black right there. But let's smush that like halfway, land on it, and kind of drag some more black. And make like a blurry black inside rim. There. Oh, it's like a blackish red. I'm not touching the black on the outside. I like it. I'm just putting a little, I just barely touched the inside rim of that black, and that's all. I give her permission to run out of black. Oh, want to see that side? There she is, just sitting there. Look at the diff. So I like the outside of the black, so I'm not touching it. So I let my paintbrush sneak. Oh, I touched the black. And then I go farther away. Oh, and it's only one paintbrush away. And I'm barely touching the inside part of that black. And then I go farther away, and farther away, and farther away. And then I'm just going to draw a little heart in the middle. Cute. So it's a little bit shadowy, a little smoke. Let's pull it down to the bottom. Down to the bottom there. So they meet. Great. Now we clean our paintbrush because it's got black on it. And then just go a little bit away. A poke. A little poke. And then it's just little highlights, like everybody's eye has a little speck of white in it. Why? Lights. Well, what if we go, you can be, not on the back, but maybe in the red area, like, I go parallel to the side. Hello. And then whatever's left, I just kind of dropped it off right there. And then that's just sitting. What if I just gently smooth her down? Oh, like I'm drawing a heart. And on the side, same thing. Like I'm drawing a heart. Cute, right? Did I mush it in until it disappeared? I just want to drag it and smear it a little bit. Otherwise, it just looks like a line. Just kind of go, and then stop touching it because she'll get eaten up by that dark red. She'll get eaten up. Okay, now we're going to switch to a teeny tiny paintbrush. A small pointy one. And because we're making little swirly lines, just don't push hard on your paintbrush. Do it softer. Even when you're trying to get more paint out, people tend to, I'm going to push hard. No. So you go poke, and you're trying to draw your line real skinny, and then you run out of paint. Do you push hard to get more paint out? No. It makes your line thicker. You just go, I ran out of paint. You just get more paint. Well, we'll kind of scratch the paint off, like carve a little road for the paint to live on, if it happens, and then we can go and draw on that little scratch. I'll show you. So yours is going to be different than mine, but on this side is white swirlies, and on this side are black swirlies. So we'll do the white swirlies first, and it's just a round paintbrush that comes to a point, right? And we just get white, book. And I'm going to run out of paint. Look how little this paint is. So as it becomes drier, just know we're telling the white paint where she's going to live at. We'll go back and make her thicker, okay? So you guys know how to make a 6 or a G? Right? So we just touch the heart and jump out and be like, as big as a hand. And jump out and go, I'm a 6. Look how I ran out of paint. I ran out of paint. But at least I know where she's going to live at. That's already perfect. But I ran out of paint. Well, good. Right about there where I ran out of paint, I could get more paint. But not right now. Let's just tell them where to live at. Oh, and as I ran out of paint, I did it really, really, really soft. So try that. Okay, and then give her like a little stem. Like touch the little swirl and then go, hi. I jump out. And I just hit, oh, let me do it right. Look, that's not enough paint. I didn't get enough paint. Can't even see it. Hi. And I just told it where to live at. I'll fix it later. And then maybe an under swirl. I touch it and I go, I'm a baby swirl. Look at the baby swirl. And then I like to go into this black area. So let's jump out like it's a branch and make a twig. But you touch her back and go, woo! And then she can have a swirl. Oh, look how cute. And then maybe one up here, hello. And then she can have a curl. And then jump out of the top. I'm a big one. And I'm a baby one. And I'm a baby. And a little stem. I think I want a baby one right here. Look at that naked spot right there. But naked. What about this area? She didn't get nothing. Okay. We'll go like this. I make her have a tail. And then under. Now push pause right now. Right, pause and stare. And just put them wherever. And I tend to exaggerate and go really close to the edge. Swirl. Or if you need to add another one, push out like a stem. You touch the swirl. You jump. And I just need to like wet them where they are. But don't scribble. Just get a scoop of paint. And very gently drive on the road that you already did. Paint on the other side of my paintbrush. Do I push harder? No, I don't push harder. It'll open your paintbrush up like when we're... No, we just do a real gentle. And gentle. I just smoosh the paint. And then smoosh the paint. Smoosh. And how come you can't go back over it a whole bunch of times? Because she's going to get thicker and thicker every time you attempt to do it. And then you'll be like, why does it keep getting bigger? Because you keep doing it over and over. And you can't land in the same spot twice because you have a human hand. So you just attempt to do a good job. And then when you run out of paint, there's paint on the other side of your paintbrush. Cute. I know I'm not there. I can't walk around and help you. And I know I went too fast because I'm all by myself. So I can't watch what you're doing and then adjust what I'm doing. And then I clean my paintbrush because I just push pause if I'm going too fast. You finish your cute curls. Okay, now I'm going to clean my paintbrush and get black. And then the black one. But let's touch the heart and go, I'm a swirl right this in the... Oh, look how dry it ended up. I don't care. I don't care. I'll go back at the end. And then maybe up here I go, I'm a cuter curl with a mommy curl. And then jump out the side. Hello. And then maybe a twig. And then my curl wants a curl. And the black side definitely doesn't need as many curls as the white side because the black's a little aggressive. And then as soon as I feel like I'm I did them. It's kind of the same pattern as the other side. Now I'm just putting more paint. Oh, ran out of paint. It does not hold the paint like you think it will. And then gently, so your paintbrush doesn't open, just slide, slippery slide, and only a lot of paint is slippery. So it's kind of a blob that you gently drag. And I don't have to do the whole thing, huh? Only on the endsies where it was all dry. You know what the final part is? We just outline our heart in black. Just very gently, right where the red, and it's gonna smear. If your paint is still wet, whatever is touching it, it's got a little bit of black on our paintbrush. Can I show you? And that blob of red might still be wet, so it'll make a reddish black. It just smears inside that lump and just gives a little extra shadow. It's just a dirty paintbrush drag. We're not trying to, it's just making those interesting stripes. And then follow it all, follow all the way to the bottom and separate the two worlds with your dirty little paintbrush. It's just this dirty red, right? And I don't even care that I picked up so white because it's interesting to look at. Yeah, I know I went too fast and I apologize. But I just want you to have fun and enjoy and make it cute. And then what if you don't like how it came out? Let the whole thing dry. All the way dry, no shiny parts. And could you redo the red part? Put outline in red, then add white, and then try adding black again. Could you rewatch the whole video and repaint the whole thing again? Yes! Is this precious? And we need to stay forever and ever? No. It's an experience. We're discovering. We're full of wonder. Our hand seems to do things, and we're just the observer. And at first you're like, what is it doing? And then after a while you're like, this is cute. This came out cute, you know? Okay, so now I could write my initials. My ton of paintbrush. Don't write your whole name, because letters, and make them capital letters, because straight line, flick, right? Trying to do all the curves and swirls. Tiny. So hard. Artists actually practice a long time with their paintbrush and their paint to actually make it something. So you should make it tiny in the bottom corner usually, or the other bottom corner, but we don't put our names on the top. That's schoolwork. Art sign on the bottom, or you can sign on the back. That's also cute. Okay, good job.